Ha- Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spooky Mania. It's me, Captain Logan, and joining me as always is Austin, the Day Ghost. And it's just the two of us tonight. We're going to watch a movie that I saw with my mom 20 years ago and remember being really creeped out by it, Austin. But I haven't seen it since then, so I don't know if it holds up. It's The Cell with a couple of Vinces.
Oh.
I wish we'd had Vince on for this. Like, I wish he just can't, he just wouldn't be able to make it this late. He's, like, working a real job or something. But since we've got a movie with two guys named Vince, I wish we could have had Vince on this one. That would have been good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know D'Onofrio's in this. Who's the other Vince?
Oh, you know who the other Vince is. You know, we just talked about this last week on The Request. This is our...
Did we?
Yes! This is our Vince Vaughn movie!
Vince Vaughn! This is our Vince Vaughn movie,
It's our Vince
of course.
Vaughn movie!
Oh
That's
my
the
God.
Vince I thought you would remember! You
well, I only
remembered
knew...
the wrong Vince!
I only knew D'Onofrio because as I was pulling it up, it was like, The Cell starring Jennifer Lopez and D'Onofrio. And I was like, oh, he's in this. Okay.
You didn't even remember the one that goes by Vince!
I know.
You
How
only remembered the Vincent!
Well, I think Vince is also Jennifer Lopez's middle name. So technically
right.
we have three.
Yeah, that's where they started in the casting process. They only went after people that had Vince's in their name. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly.
It's not like it's in the script or anything. Like, I don't know why they did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Somebody has a
That's
Vince
the true
fetish.
meaning of The Cell.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, it's The Cell. So I looked at just a little bit of a synopsis. I didn't read deep into this, but I did read a couple of sentences, Austin, that told me that I am remembering correctly that we go into a psychopath's mind. So I'm at least not wrong about that. Because I was really worried we were going to get into this movie, and it just wasn't even going to be what the story was about.
It's just a remake of, or I can't even say a remake because this came out after. I was about to say it's a remake of Shutter Island, but that came out way after this.
It was a retroactive remake of that. It's like somebody,
yeah, exactly.
Somebody went back in time after they saw.
Yeah, well, it's like how John
this
Carpenter
movie.
made a sequel to the 2011 The Thing movie.
Yeah. Was that? Did you ever see that?
I actually saw that first.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, my dad was like, "Oh, The Thing is a great movie. We should watch this." And then we watched it, and he was like, "Well, that sucked."
Yeah,
he did the same thing with me with Old Boy, where he was like, "Old Boy is a great movie. This remake just came out. We should watch this." And then we watched it, and it's not good.
Has he learned anything? Has he learned that he should just watch the original? That he should show his son the original first?
I mean, hopefully.
Then maybe screen 15 minutes of the remake before you make your son sit through it?
Yeah, you would think so, but no.
No? Oh.
I don't know.
Man, what is it? What is it with Austin?
At least he sat down and watched them with me instead of leaving, like when he showed me Rise of the Silver Surfer.
You told him about that. He just throws you to the wolves. I'm not watching this. Have fun, son. Enjoy your popcorn.
Yeah, at least he actually watched those.
So yeah, is that Thing sequel, remake, whatever it is, pretty
the prequel?
Because
it's basically like the same movie except with like a ton of CGI. It's not very good.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that sounded like those awkward. It wants to be its own thing, but still like have one hand in the old continuity or one foot in the old continuity. Was it?
Yeah,
That's what I read, was that it was supposed to be one of those. Although I've had this with movies that claim that they're not full-on reboots or remakes, that they're connected to the old continuity, and then you see the movie and you go, I don't know what that has to do with, like, the Flatliners remake was like that, where it was supposed to somehow still be in the same continuity as the old movie. I don't know how. Like, they had Kiefer Sutherland come back. We'll talk about this next week. They had Kiefer Sutherland come back as a different character, and then it somehow was. And what I had heard about that was that it was originally pitched as a straight up remake, and at the 11th hour they decided it wasn't. Then I saw it, and it is though.
Who knows?
So is the thing like that?
No, like it is straight up like a prequel because it's about the Norwegian camp.
Oh, okay.
But like the
Okay.
other big thing I remember about it is because Mary Elizabeth Winstead is the main character in it, and she's a great actress. Like I have nothing against her being in it, but I do remember there's a lot of just like, oh, you're a woman on this station. It's like why was that a thing we needed to add?
Oh
I don't know.
no.
But anyways,
Braden in the comments says this movie is super inspired by another movie called Dreamscape, which I've never heard of. I don't even know what that is.
yeah, maybe I've heard of that, but it's not ringing like a big bell.
So
But
this show, as most of you guys are aware of by now, is about us learning about things and not so much sharing any new insights because at least one of us will have never seen the film that we're coming to. And in most situations, the other person will have at least something interesting to bring to the table. This movie will be as much of a blind commentary on my end as yours, unless a bunch of this just comes back to me. We'll find out. But we're going to watch it with you. We're going to react to it. There will be some dead air as we are watching the movie, so we really encourage you to watch it along with us, of course. This is another one that's not on a major streaming service that I found, Austin. I had to rent this one again on YouTube. It's a $4 rental on YouTube, and same thing on Amazon. Was the only way I found to watch it.
yeah, it's not streaming anywhere here.
I don't know why we bother with streaming services anymore. Like, just the sheer percentage. And it's not even, like, I don't know, 10 years ago when people would complain, why is this movie not on Netflix? Now it's, why isn't it on one of the 6 streaming services I'm paying $120 a month for? That's where we're
Especially
at now.
in America, where you have even more.
Yeah. We're in better shape than you guys are, and we're in terrible shape.
Yeah, I can't even watch The Cell from 2000.
Well, just throw it on somewhere, like...
Yeah, I don't even know what studio this is. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
It's a percentage issue. You're not going to be surprised at all when I tell you.
Oh.
It's New Line, because of course it is.
Oh. Okay. Back when New Line was really cool, though.
Yeah, no, that's true. But this, when you see this, it looks like exactly the kind of stuff that New Line makes.
I mean, this is like in the peak of New Line, so that's at least neat.
But it's not surprising at all that that's the studio or distributor or whatever that took this.
Well, they took a lot of gambles on stuff too.
Yeah,
which was part of why they were cool, and then part of why they died.
But they also put out some schlock and some really bad stuff around this time. Like this is 2000. Spawn was 2 years before this, 3 years before this. That was also New Line.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings was the next year.
Wow,
So
I forgot that was
about
them. That's crazy.
They're about to take off. Well, yeah, because nobody would greenlight a full trilogy. So Peter Jackson had to knock it down to 2 movies, and the Weinsteins were going to make it, and then New Line was like, no, we'll make it, but it has to be 3. Like, you can't do it in 2.
That's so wild. I didn't even remember that. And then I'm sure if I went back and watched those, I'd go, oh, yes, I'm looking for this logo now. But, like, I don't go back to those a lot, and I'm just here in the moment. I'm not remembering that.
Well, no, because they let them do all 3 at the same time, and they had, like, years of pre-production. Like, the faith that New Line put in that is crazy.
And then, obviously, well-deserved. Daniverse, New Line started out as a horror studio, so it's hardly surprising. Yeah, that was kind of my point. Because weren't they all of the Nightmare movies? Isn't that New Line?
Yeah, that's what made them. Because they were a distributor before that. And, like, they had, like, 1 or 2 movies beforehand. But that's, like, what really kicked them off.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to blind watch The Cell. Get your movie to timestamp 0 if you're watching on disc past any menus, and get ready to press play when I say now. Austin, are you ready for a new experience, sir?
I am. I'm scared because it's got Jennifer Lopez in it.
That is a reason to be scared. I remember a couple of scenes being just real freaky with this. There's the main image that's burned in my brain from this is bodies on hooks, and that's real super creepy. I had
like
some
Hellraiser.
I was gonna say I had flashbacks of this when we watched Hellraiser.
Yeah, I think now that you say that, I think you mentioned it when we did that.
Well, I probably did.
So
I
that
wouldn't have
makes
had any
sense.
other insights when we watched Hellraiser. Which, for the record, I really enjoyed and would like to see again.
Yeah, well, Hellraiser 2 was on my short list for this, but it didn't quite make it.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Maybe next year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. Yeah, I forgot they were also Austin Powers, Daniverse.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they were riding high at this point.
Wow.
And they're starting to have like a little bit of a comeback just as like the horror studio in Warner Brothers, but they don't have the same autonomy that they did back then.
Hey, look, it's Dune.
Oh my god.
It's Dune or it's Star Wars.
Maybe both. It's Dune versus Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars doesn't have any action.
No, it's Lord of the Rings in there too.
So now I guess it must be Dune. Oh yeah, there's a whole thing with horse imagery with this. And we'll get back to horse imagery next week with The Ring.
That's true. Thankfully, I did not pick Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, so we don't have another horse movie there.
Sadly, I've actually seen that. I saw Halloween.
That is very tragic.
I saw his Halloween 2 in the theater, having not seen the first one, because Vince wanted to go. Not Vince Vaughn or Vincent D'Onofrio, but Vincent Haskins. Vince wanted to go, and I went with him. It was actually one of the first things we ever reviewed together. We did it on an old podcast before we were even doing the channel.
Oh, cool.
And what I remember from that is that horse just a statue now?
Yeah, it turned into a statue.
Well, because this is like a bizarre Mindscape thing.
Mindscape, yeah.
There are no rules. But the main two things I remember from Halloween 2 is the Weird Al cameo.
I was about to say, do you remember the Weird Al cameo?
I remember the Weird Al cameo, and I remember imagining what the script for that must have looked like, because 43% of the dialogue was the F word.
Yep.
I remember that.
You are correct. No, the Weird Al cameo is genuinely amazing because he breaks down like, oh, Michael Myers is like a shark, you know, like he doesn't see anything, but like he just goes in for the kill, which is more a description of the original Michael Myers and not the Rob Zombie one. And when he comes on stage, because it's on like a talk show, Loomis, who is Malcolm McDowell, is like, "Hello, Mr. Weird," and that's great.
Which was decent casting, but those movies were terrible.
Yeah.
I love in this how we got the credit for Howard Shore for music during just this massive cacophony of sound. Music by Howard Shore.
Oh my god, it's Alan Grant. Oh, but he's a boy.
Alec in the comments says, "I adore this discussion. Thank you."
Thank you. He's like, you know what? I love discussions of Weird Al from Rob Zombie.
I'm just talking about how Halloween has a lot of F-bombs in it. That's really all we're... Did you say Alan Grant just because this kid reminds you of Alan Grant? Or was there a credit that said Alan Grant?
He's got the clothes.
Say again?
No, he's got the outfit. He's got the outfit.
No, now I can't unsee it. Like, I'm expecting him to pull out a raptor claw.
Yeah. No, this is the origin of why he hates children. He's like, look, I was in the desert with pirate ships. I was a kid.
In this bizarre mindscape with a horse statue and cacophony of sound and Dune. And you were there, and you were there.
I was stuck with Jennifer Lopez. It was honestly scarier than Jurassic Park.
Matlock is the boogeyman. Oh, sorry, you didn't say Matlock. Mocha-lock.
Matlock.
Matlock, you boogeyman. She's the boogeyman now. The new Matlock. Oh my god.
There's a new... Whoa.
Well, now I know what the lag is between Alan
Grant,
he just turned into a Buffy vampire. Did you see that?
You got CGI all over your face. Get it off, Alan Grant.
Get all that 1999
You gotta wipe that off.
Robert, you guys should rank every Weird Al cameo in cinema.
We should. That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, there's more of them if you add TV, obviously.
Yeah, a lot more if you add TV. But what is there in film? There's obviously like the Naked Gun movies. That's four there. Halloween 2.
What if I don't want to sing a song of Sixpence? Airplane? No, not Airplane.
Oh, yeah. No?
Is there one in Airplane?
Okay. I don't remember. I've only seen it once.
Maybe. See, for a second I thought there was, but maybe it is just the Naked Gun movies. So I'm trying to get my head in this. Now we're trying to name all the Weird Al cameos.
When this suit that she's wearing looks like a mix of like something in Hellraiser and like Twizzlers.
Yeah. And like cat suits from 90s Star Trek. Like she could be 7 of 9 or T'Pol.
Oh, Gene Roddenberry would love it if the women in his show had cat suits made out of Twizzlers.
I mean, yeah, the Twizzler part isn't really there, but they've got cat suits not too far away from this. Although Gene Roddenberry had passed by the time you had stuff that looked as close to this.
I just mean like he would love it if you. No, Gene Roddenberry would love it if you had edible cat suits in the show. He'd be like,
yes, he would. Yes, he would. He'd like it even better if they were on the 3-breasted women that he imagined for TNG, but that didn't end up happening.
Oh, hell yeah.
Matlock wants me where I am.
He's like, look, I got the first like interracial kiss on TV and the first 3-breasted woman in a suit made of Twizzlers. I'm doing God's work.
I am pushing envelopes and taking names, man. We have pushed society through the stratosphere. So how far in the future are we here? Because I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be futuristic.
Yeah. Well, I think it definitely is in the future, but like probably not like super far.
Yeah, and it might just be ambiguous about it.
It's the insane future of 2003.
Is this the... Don't you hate it when movies do that? Like, it's futuristic, but the year they give us is 4 years after the movie you're watching. Like, Hot Tub Time Machine 2 does that, where you're like, why is it 7 years from now? If I ever go back to this movie, it's already outdated. So,
that's Mr. Baines.
I'm already worried that this is not going to hold up as well as the first time I saw this. Because I did not remember Jennifer Lopez, and I can already tell this woman cannot act.
That was my big worry, because I was like, I don't like Jennifer Lopez.
As soon as she started talking, I was like... I almost want it to be like an old Bond girl where somebody else is dubbing over her dialogue. Like...
Well, given the fact that she has stuff like that in her music, it could have been.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Is this the only movie where Jennifer Lopez gets top billing? Like, I was surprised to see her name first.
I know. She's been like the protagonist of other movies.
Oh, really? I haven't.
Yeah, I feel like we still try to pretend like Jennifer Lopez can act and sing and all that stuff.
Okay. Hey, look, maybe she'll surprise me, but I'm not having a great first impression. Austin immediately loves this movie. It's got a dog in it.
I was going to say, I like this dog already. Hey, I wish the dog was the main character.
So, I will say, the character she's playing does not seem like a liar, because the first thing she said, or one of the first things she said was, I did not design this technology, and I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if you said you had anything at all to do with helping to design said technology, I would call BS immediately.
You're saying that you buy that somebody was like, you would look good in a Twizzler suit, and that was how she got this job?
Well, that was the working title. It was Twizzler suit.
Oh my god.
That girl's having a bad day.
You say that again.
That girl's having a bad day. Deanna versus Jennifer Lopez
You can
top
say that
most
again.
of her films.
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like she's the star of a lot of like
that was a legitimate
movies.
question. I don't even know how many movies she's done. Like,
mm-hmm.
So this movie was really polarized with critics, or polarizing, I should say, with critics. Ebert
Mm-hmm.
loved it and put it in his top 10 films of the year. And he was very much on an island with that. Like, there were other critics that liked it. Nobody liked it as much as he did.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
But he was also
he's
like
also
that with
weird
Dark
when
City,
it comes
and he was
to like
right
horror
about Dark
stuff.
City.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, that...
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I have been with
but
him
he is
on
also
things.
weird with horror.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, I could have seen him really disliking this on principle.
Mm-hmm.
Now more than ever.
That like killer guy too. He had the haircut of the bad guy from No Country for Old Men, but also Prince Adam from He-Man.
I'm sorry, I'm sure you just said something hilarious, but I'm trying to actually pay attention to this movie.
It's okay.
So I totally missed it, I'm sorry. We're really good at this.
We're good at our jobs.
Thanks for that exposition. So I wonder what
true,
reverse
John.
the feed means.
Well, because the feed, I guess, would be like how they're going into the brain, right?
Yeah.
So
okay.
reverse would be they go into her brain.
Oh, and yeah, and actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's what happens.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. I thought the whole thing was they go into the killer's mind.
Well, I'm sure they will.
But maybe the thing is he comes into her.
We're just kind of setting it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But John says that Ebert also liked Anaconda, so he believes that Ebert was just a really big Jennifer Lopez fan.
He did like Anaconda.
That makes sense.
True.
Oh, he would have been so excited. He would have been like the one person that the new Anaconda reboot is for.
Is she in that?
No,
and now we're looking at the reason she was cast. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Because she was willing to smoke on camera.
Well, and just not wearing pants and having kind of a real deliberate ass shot. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I know. I see what you mean now.
Oh, you're talking.
But no, they're making a Anaconda reboot with Paul Rudd and Jack Black, where the premise is that Anaconda is their favorite movie, so they go out to the Amazon to remake it. It's like that's weird.
Okay. Everything's got to be meta and self-aware now.
Well, I just don't buy that anybody would say that Anaconda is their favorite movie. But that's why like the one person it's for is Roger Ebert.
Like imagine
you'd have been like, oh yeah, I like Anaconda.
Imagine you the strangers or strangers with snakes on a plane. Be like,
I want to see strangers on a plane.
My favorite movie is Snakes on a Plane. I'm gonna remake it. I can see wanting to remake that movie, but not for that reason.
No, to remake it to make it good this time.
Oh, I
No, I
also
want to see
remembered
strangers on a plane because that's just being on a plane. Like, oh no, I'm surrounded by strangers on this plane.
Well, that Mac is really dating this movie. Now we know what year it is immediately just by the fact that there's an iMac sitting on that table. One of those clear, like baby blue iMacs. I also remember there was a fair bit of nudity in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Well, as you've been seeing.
Oh yeah, true.
You have been looking.
I'm just being dumb. I am being dumb tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, really? Yes. We're in fact looking at a bare-breasted woman.
Oh my god, it's a walrus boy.
What is happening? Well, this is a little on the nose. It's always a fine line when you're trying to make sure that the media in your movie is reflective somehow of what's happening.
Oh, well, I'm looking at a girl being like hung up on hooks, or the killer guy. What are you looking at?
Oh, real? I was looking at a cartoon that she was watching in her house.
Oh yeah, no, I got that like a little bit ago. Maybe I must be like ahead of you then.
Oh, weird. Now I'm looking at the desert. Are we looking at different cuts?
I wouldn't think so, because I don't think there's different cuts of this.
Well, I didn't think so either. What is your how long is your movie? Because I'm back at
147.
I'm back at the desert now. Oh, mine's 149.
Oh, weird.
So now I'm thinking we're looking at slightly different cuts.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, that's gonna make this odd and difficult to talk about.
It's okay. We can power through.
John says you're watching the Canadian cut.
That's genuinely happened to us. Like during watch parties, we'll watch a movie and like somehow I have like a different cut, even though like.
Okay, now I'm looking at the guy on hooks. I'm wondering if your cut is slightly shorter and it just cut a couple of short scenes, so you didn't get you didn't get her having a dream sequence in the middle of watching her cartoon.
No, I got that,
but it was earlier.
Like I was already kind of past that. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's we're good now.
Well, yeah, but that means that you're going to be seeing a bunch of stuff before I get to it.
Well, no, I like went back.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah. Oh my god.
He likes this way too much.
This is what I was remembering. Is just the guy on hooks, and it is more disturbing in this than I think it was in Hellraiser.
Yeah. I mean, there's not like a ton of people on hooks. They just get like ripped apart instantly with hooks.
That's true. We have to live with this for an uncomfortable amount of time.
No, like I was enjoying those hooks a little too
John
much.
says there's 3 cuts of this movie. I didn't know that.
Wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we should have...
Well, hopefully we're good.
We should have checked our timestamps. A couple of rookies here.
Couple of maroons.
This one's gonna be a fail pick. We're gonna wish I hadn't done this.
You're like instantly regretting having picked this. It's like the 3rd time you've been like, I don't know about this pick now.
I should have picked it.
Cap, we're only 15 minutes in or 17 minutes in.
Well, some of us are further along than others. I'm regretting this for multiple reasons. We can't even line up our timestamps, and I had to see the guy with the hooks again. And I was just trying to think of movies that were kind of scary and disturbed me, and I picked this because I had that experience, and now I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I don't want to have that experience again.
No, you're like, I love the hooks. I wish I had hooks.
No, I'm kidding. I was also just curious to see the like nightmare imagery again because I remember some of that being really creative.
Mm-hmm.
Last time on the X-Files. I almost picked the X-Files movie. I might do that next year.
Oh, okay. I've never seen any of them. I remember when one of them came out.
Yeah, not that one, but the good one.
Oh.
Because I also remember when the earlier one came out, but you weren't born yet.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Have you ever played the X-Files game?
Huh.
Where they both clearly don't want to be there, and it's like, oh, Scully, look, we just found an enemy.
That's great. Is that Hank from Breaking Bad? That is Hank from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
He did a lot of minor cop roles like this before he got that big part in Breaking Bad. It was like a career-making role for him, even though he had been in stuff for 2 decades before that. Or at least a decade before that. Decade and a half.
Just kind of like your character actor that like gets like their big role type thing.
Yeah.
You have that with David Harbour too, with Stranger Things. And like now he's like an actor that people recognize, but before that he was just kind of character actor, man.
This is taking its time a little bit more than I remembered.
And that's good, I guess, you know. Not just like jumping straight in, taking its time, building the tension. Getting to actors who aren't Jennifer Lopez.
But this is a fun device that allows you to jump around and live in what feel like different worlds.
Mm-hmm.
What, pray tell, is this? Well, and this is another Vince Vaughn not being in a comedy movie much earlier, obviously, than the last thing we did like that, when he had like a whole second career. Like, would you say this is a transition period, or does he do even some more comedies after this?
No, this is like in the heart of comedy.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't even think Wedding Crashers has come out yet. I think it's like 2004, maybe.
Yeah, because I always think of him as kind of having those two periods, like a Jim Carrey or something.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, there's even blended stuff with Jim Carrey where he'll go back and try some of the older kind of comedies he used to make in the middle of his, second win doing serious stuff.
Well, today I saw a quote from the director of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Chuck Russell, where he was saying that Jim Carrey should be the next Freddy Krueger in a remake, and I was like, that's an awful idea. Never speak again. That's a terrible idea.
And that's not a good idea in any part of his career. Like, he's just a bad choice.
No, that's just bad casting, yeah.
Daniver says Vaughn becomes a comedy guy after this film.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Senior Six puts in a $2 super chat and says, will you be collecting absolute DC figure if made? Probably not. Because they'll probably be like $40 a piece. I'm just really priced out for action figures right now. Also, McFarlane will have lost the license by the time those get made. So I'll be tempted if McFarlane's able to get one out before he loses the license, but I don't see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like, they're really pushing stuff out right now because they know that they're going to lose it.
Yeah, hard. But I mean, I don't know that... I don't know if that's in the works or that they would have had time to get that in the works, but
No, very true.
awesome. What's happening?
Oh, Vince Vaughn's talking about crime.
Oh, well, right now he's brushing his teeth. Where I'm
Oh,
at.
I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you. There we go.
Austin has risen above his baser instincts, says Dan Schneider.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I mean, he said it a while ago, but I wasn't sure what he meant even when he said it. It was super chat, so I had to read it.
Was it because I didn't even notice that you could see Jennifer Lopez's ass in that scene?
Is she in the movie Basic Instinct?
Is it because I didn't remember that there was nudity, even though we just seen nudity?
That's why. Okay, that's why.
That's probably
I'm grasping for straws right now, trying to figure this out. I didn't remember any police stuff in this movie at all. Like, I forgot.
I was gonna say, this is very, like, after something like a Silence of the Lambs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Although Vince Vaughn looks more like he's the main character from Red Dragon.
Yeah, it's in its way. This is before this, of course, but it's got kind of that Zodiac look in those sections. It's like it's more that direction than like a 7, because that's more stylized neo noir kind of stuff.
This does have me wanting to watch. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna. Sorry, you need the police stuff in your serial killer movie before they go into his mind. Yeah, of course. I just forgot about this. We're gonna say Austin.
Oh no, I was gonna say this has me wanting to go watch Manhunter, the adaptation of Red Dragon that came out before Silence of the Lambs. And it's got Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter.
I've been real curious to see that every time you bring it up, and then I forget all about it, and then I never watch it. But this is like the third time you brought this up to me, and I'm always like, oh yes, that sounds interesting. I should watch that.
That reminds me, I watched a movie with Brian Cox last night. It was Wes Craven's Red Eye, and it was really good. It was like a thriller about... It's Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy. It came out the same year as Begins.
Oh, wow.
And they're on a plane, and Cillian Murphy's like trying to get her to help with like an assassination thing. It was really good.
Are there any strangers on it?
There were strangers on the plane. And there were spooky strangers.
Wow. I agree with the subtitles. This music is intense. Damn. That'll wake you up. This was just out of nowhere. It's like, oh, by the way, there's score in this movie. Because this is a pretty epic score when it has music.
In case you forgot, Howard Shore.
Well, I thought we'd only get big like that when we're in the Mindscape, but no.
Mm-hmm. No, because you're right. It is like pretty understated outside of that.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I thought we were doing with it. And then we get that. By the way, that airplane shot was cool. I think we would be remiss if we did not mention that was a really well photographed scene. Oh no, don't do the Dozy Dote song. My wife sings that to our kids sometimes. It gets stuck in my head, and I'm like, quit singing the Dozy Dote song. And now I'm just going to be creeped out by it every time it comes back, because this guy's doing it.
Well, Vincent D'Onofrio also looks really different in this. It took me a second to realize
he disappears in stuff in the 90s especially.
What, you give him a Prince Adam haircut and he's a completely different man.
Well, I was gonna say some of that is because he's thinner than we're used to seeing him later, and some of that is because
Yeah.
he's got hair.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely a mix of those two.
And this would have been 4 years after Men in Black, which I'm sure was the first thing I saw him in. Although now that I'm seeing this shot where he's flipping out and his
Opening
mouth's open and go
cupboards.
back, like I'm like, oh wait, he was cast because of the Edgar suit. This just went from he's a character actor who disappears to typecasting.
I want him to be dubbed like in Ed Wood as well.
Yeah, so far this feels a lot less like a horror film and a lot more like a police thriller.
It's definitely looking at Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. But obviously
And
the
it
science
feels like
fiction
they,
element.
yeah. No, like, there's going to be a twist. We just haven't gotten to it yet. But like, they're definitely fans of that movie.
Well, I mean, it didn't feel like a police thriller for the first 10 minutes because you start in the mindscape and then you go here's where the technology is, and so you feel like you're in this kind of more futuristic era that it turns out we're in.
Oh my God! I just had like a Vietnam flashback. I remember it's they want to find out where the next victim is, so they got to go into the mind of the killer to find where she is.
Yeah.
I like had a flashback to watching the Nostalgia Critic review back in the day while
Oh,
we were
that's why
talking
you
about
said
it
that.
just
Okay.
now, and I'm like, okay, now yeah, okay, that's
It's like
what we're
you've
okay,
you've actually heard someone talk about the plot of this.
yeah. But it's been so long that I didn't remember anything about it outside of
I
just
thought
Jennifer Lopez is in it,
I
and it's
thought you were
trippy.
gonna say like this is the plot of five other things you've seen,
No,
and
no,
that's
no,
why you're
no,
having a Vietnam flashback.
no, no. I flash back to Vietnam all the time. I never really got out of there.
I feel like before a certain year, I want all of Vincent D'Onofrio's credits to have a question mark behind them. So I'm pretty sure that's Vincent D'Onofrio, but
Well, now I want it to be like Frankenstein, where he's not even credited; it's just a question mark.
have you ever had that with any other actors where you get to know an actor kind of later in their career when they're more middle aged, and then this whole curtain pulls back and you realize you've seen like 8 movies with them, but you never noticed like a pattern with that actor?
Ooh, probably, but like off the top of my head, like nothing good's coming to mind. But like, I mean, I guess I mentioned David Harbour a little bit. Like, I have that a bit with him, where it's like I'll go back to like Quantum of Solace or the first Suicide Squad, and I'm like, oh yeah, here's David Harbour.
Yeah, Dan Schneider, the
But
main complaint that's lobbed at this from people that don't care for it is that it's all style and no substance. So Nostalgia Critic was with 50% of the critics on this.
mhm.
And it's surprising that Ebert went the other way because that's of course a criticism he's lobbed at lots of stuff. Yeah, I've never thought about this in the same sentence with Silence of the Lambs, but it's obviously really influenced by that. I mean, as weren't a
Yeah.
hundred thousand other thrillers.
But some of the choices, and it could just be, you're trying to do your own thing, but I'm like, oh, this is also kind of like Red Dragon-y, but like that wasn't a movie in that series yet.
No.
But then obviously like, you do have Manhunter, so like you could be looking at that. Or you just read the book. I don't know. Red Dragon's another movie that almost made my list.
That's supposed to be kind of a mixed bag, though, right?
I don't know. I think
Or
it's pretty good. The thing that's
Oh,
awkward about
is
it
it
is
Hannibal
just
people don't like?
it's Hannibal that
Okay,
people
I
don't
knew
like.
one of those
Yeah.
people didn't like, but I've not seen
Yeah, no,
either of
people don't like
those.
Hannibal. Hannibal's not very good,
Okay,
but
okay.
no, Red Dragon's pretty good. The only thing that's awkward about it is that it's a prequel, but they
I'm
add
sorry.
more screen time for. Oh, sorry.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we did the commentary for Constantine? Do you remember the
Yeah.
Do you remember the priest that can't drink alcohol? Do you
Yes.
remember that in the
Vaguely.
convenience store? That's this guy.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Sorry, I just saw him and I was like, that's that
Yeah.
actor because I don't know anything else I've seen him in. That's a
No, for
Hennessy
sure.
was the name of that character. Do you remember Father Hennessy?
Like vaguely.
That's this bald guy.
Yeah, no, I do recognize him now that you pointed that out.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I didn't know how long this scene was going to go.
That's okay. No, I was just gonna say the only thing that's awkward about Red Dragon is that it's a prequel, but they add more scenes for Hannibal Lecter, and oh my god, why am I blank? Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins is like very clearly older and heavier set than he was in Silence of the Lambs.
Sure. So, like I said, taking our time, like we're 35 minutes into an almost 2 hour movie, and
Hmm.
we're only really getting to like the main premise here. But I guess that's a pretty fair first act plot point. Is like we've got to establish this world. We've got to establish some of the rules for how this technology works, and who this killer is, especially. And then now he's the only person that can tell us where this girl is, and so that's why we go
Yeah, I
in
mean,
his head.
that's what I was gonna say. It's probably better that we have some of that stuff, like to really see more of the like killer side of it. That and they clearly want to do some of that, like crime thriller stuff.
What we do with it a lot now would be because we do open it in the Mindscape just to establish that, but we're not jumping around time. It's not non-linear. Uh, what we would probably do with it now, or at least a lot of the filmmakers would, is spend 15 minutes in the Mindscape in the actual story that's happening, and then backtrack to tell you how we got there. And so I'm glad we're not doing that.
I'm also guessing that Alan Grant will kind of bookend it, and that through this adventure, she'll be like, "Oh, this is how I save Alan Grant," and then we'll get like a little epilogue with that, where she gets him to stop having CGI on his face.
I don't think we'll ever see him again, but maybe.
We have seen him a second time because he
Oh,
was that
I
walrus
missed that.
boy. Yeah, he was in her dream.
Okay, well then he'll probably come up again.
Yeah, no, I feel like it would be sloppy if he doesn't come back.
Well, and again, I know I've seen this, but like barely.
Mhm. Once, 25 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, not when it came out, but
When you were a young warthog.
I probably saw this like I don't know, senior year of high school, maybe. What's funny is I watched most of the horror films that I saw before I was out of high school with my mom because she was a big
Mhm.
Stephen King person and she liked horror movies. And so I didn't watch a lot like
Was
as a kid because it's ironic for me. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody, but my mom wouldn't let me watch a lot of things uh, when I was a kid that she thought were too rough for me at the age when they came out, like '89 in the theater and like Jurassic Park. But then she was also the person that most introduced me to horror,
Mhm.
but not until I was in high school. So like my dad, I saw more stuff earlier, like the Child's Play movies, which my mom would not have let me see at the age that I saw them. I was wondering about that too, Bob the Hun. He says another complaint people have is that we don't really know what the killer is like outside of the dreamscape for what we see in the dreamscape to really matter. I remember, now that you say that, wondering about that when I saw it. Where I think the idea is supposed to be that we're learning about him through the bizarre imagery, but then it becomes, then maybe this is where people feel like it's pretentious, where that becomes that it can mean anything you want to kind of problem, where it's like, are we getting any concrete information about the man, or do we just have to guess at what all the imagery means? Yeah, how you're supposed to interpret it.
What's the mind of a crazy person? So it's crazy.
Is that Doc Connors?
Yep. Yeah, I saw his name in the credits too, Dylan Baker.
He's going to tell Vince Vaughn that planning is not a major at this university.
Planning to murder is not a major in killing.
Twizzlers are not.
I mean, attempted
candy.
Murder. What is that?
Twizzlers are not a candy in that vending machine.
Good.
But you can eat it. But you can eat Twizzlers off this girl's costume.
Oh no. I think you have to ask before you just start eating her outfit.
You gotta ask permission.
Yeah.
Austin, how much faith do you have in our hero here, Jennifer Lopez?
I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted by the feet of these suits look like Rob Liefeld feet.
There's a lot to be distracted about right now. Yeah, I'm with you.
But do I have faith in her to do this? I mean, probably, just because she'll have to win for the movie. But
we've been talking over this. I'm sure they had some explanation for why the hooks, but I don't really get why the hooks. Like, why do you have to be suspended in midair in order to do this?
Because it looks neat, I guess. Well, and it parallels. He was hung up on hooks, but now they're hung up on wires. And it's like the suit, even though it looks like Twizzlers, is supposed to look like flesh, so it's like similar imagery.
But it's really specific imagery, so it seems too easy.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh my god, we're going in this quilt.
Because we're talking over this while we're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. You know, I thought I thought all of that was gonna look real like early CG and hard to look at, and it was actually kind of cool.
We're in Pennywise's sewer now.
I'm glad we're sort of lined up.
There's a lot of just flipping around. I'm getting dizzy.
Just trying to figure out where we even are.
Oh, am I still a little bit ahead, or are we like pretty much
I think a little bit, yeah. You started doing this about 15 seconds before I had it.
Okay, I'll pause it for a second.
Now I'm seeing like blood or a bug or something bouncing off a leaf. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what's happening.
I think it's a bug or blood bouncing off a leaf.
Is that what it was? Okay. Well, I'm glad you were looking at the same thing I was. That's good.
I was a little bit ahead. I had to pause. There's blood in the water.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm glad
the sharks will come.
I'm glad that you're not any smarter than I am. You saw the same thing I saw. Senior Sticks, $2 super chat. Black licorice or Twizzlers? Any costume ideas?
Well, I don't like either, but black licorice is like actually vile. So definitely Twizzlers over the
I'm one of
two.
those weirdos that likes black licorice. Okay,
Oh
my issue
no!
is the aftertaste. I will
Only
admit that.
communists like black licorice.
Well, that's not fair.
But no, I
Wow.
know a lot of people that like black licorice.
I didn't
Well, I'm
expect.
also weird.
No, hold
Huh?
on. I gotta say this. I didn't expect to bring up a candy interest and it turned into McCarthyism. Okay.
Oh yeah, well, it doesn't come up much on the channel because why would it? But I say that about a lot of things just in my daily life, where it'll be like something I personally don't like, and I'm like, I just
How
any
did you
communists
make the
like that.
leap all the way to? Oh man, he's a red. Cat must be polluting the lake.
It's true with black licorice.
Dan Schneider,
No,
I
I'll be
actually
like,
like.
oh, candy corn is
I
gross. Only
actually like candy
communists
corn.
like
I'm more
candy
alone than you,
corn.
Cap. I also like candy corn. What can I say?
Oh God,
I guess Austin's
Lenin
gonna.
Trotsky over here.
He's probably gonna go even for you. Like he's gonna call me a Nazi next. Like
No, that's more communist.
okay, I don't know who makes up
Um,
these rules.
I do.
I
No,
think
candy
Jennifer
corn's
Lopez
okay.
took this
I don't like
job.
hate candy corn.
I think she took this job because she loves horses, and this lets her hang out with horses.
I was gonna say she took this job because she looks like a horse.
And then, and then she's like, "Wait a minute! I didn't know how horrifying this film was going to be."
Whoa, that kid pushed her hard.
Oh, we just segmented a horse.
That's cool.
It's so weird. This is the reason
It
I
didn't
wanted to go
look
back to
great,
this
but
because I
it's a
remember
cool
there just
idea.
being bizarre imagery all the way through it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also smart to have a slow burn before you get to this amount of weirdness. So, like, you open telling us a little bit about what you're in for, starting in the dreamscape, so that you're not like just crazy shocked, like you thought you were watching a completely different movie. You want to establish tone to some degree, but I'm glad that we establish a pretty realistic world before we get into the insanity of this.
These camera movements with like the weird noise, that's a choice.
Yeah. Well, I've always been fascinated by attempts to make like filmic dreams and nightmares actually feel like real ones that you might have,
Actual
because I think it's really
dreams,
hard
yeah.
to pull off, and that was the thing that impressed me about this movie, is that I thought it really pulled that off. But I will say, going back to it, it's very sorry, everything about this is so distracting it's hard to talk over it.
It's turned into a music video.
Yeah.
I feel like Korn is about to start playing. Or Marilyn Manson's
Marilyn
gonna come
Manson
out.
is what I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh my god, there's the anime. Why?
So this feels like the opposite of what we watched yesterday. Now I feel like I should not be watching this with other people.
This is a movie where you're like, oh, cops don't look at my hard drive because
I don't
you've
want
this
anybody
downloaded.
I don't want anybody to walk in on me while I'm watching this. Don't look at my search history. I was watching The Cell. Yeah, it's just bizarre shot after bizarre shot.
I just got attacked by China.
Now it's turning into a trailer for another movie.
Yeah. It went from music video to trailer, back to music video.
So much weird, creepy bondage stuff.
Is Vincent D'Onofrio like really into Sailor Moon though? I want to know more about why there was just a weird anime-faced girl.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I don't know if any of this will actually mean anything, and it's like we're in this crazy killer's mind, and it's supposed to be interesting that like you're exploring a psychopath's brain, but do we buy that this guy is this interesting?
This guy's sitting on a throne of like Mike and Ike's.
So much candy imagery.
There's a ton of candy imagery, yeah. He's got Spawn's Cave.
He does have Spawn's Cave. And New Line made this, so it's like they probably just had that preset lying around. Now he's a Mortal Kombat character. And he's the villain for the Stargate movie, just all at the same time.
Where did you come from? Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe?
Austin, that was all very scary. I think I need a break. I don't think I can watch any more of this right
now. I need to go on break. I'm so frightened.
This is how I feel after I watch a Marilyn Manson video. I have to go take a nap. Actually, I have to not take a nap because I can't sleep Marilyn after Manson that
video. Yeah.
I have to go outside.
Marilyn Manson is a scary fella. Scary bloke.
Less scary by trying too hard to be scary, though. Oh, now we got a Matrix thing going on. He's explaining why you can die in the Matrix. Or why you can die in real life with the Matrix, although that is explained much more concisely in the Matrix.
Well, you know my favorite guy.
Because in the Matrix, my favorite thing about this guy is the body cannot live without the mind, and that's it. We move on. Here, Doc Connors had to give us a whole soliloquy about it. Anyway, I'm sorry, what, Austin?
No. You know my favorite thing about this character is that even in a surreal dream world like this, he still won't get to be the lizard.
Well, it's not like he's going to get to go there.
No, but exactly. He's forever just the Doctor.
Yeah, if he could go there, then he might become the lizard.
But he can't. He can't be the lizard.
Super chat. So much weird, creepy bondage stuff. Wait, I thought we were done with the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. No, we're kind of back to it, actually.
Who wrote this? Dr. Marston?
That's good. I understood that reference.
I would hope so. You've only been running a geeky channel for like over a decade.
Well, we reviewed a movie about him together.
It's true. It's true.
At Dan Schneider, $5 super chat. A joke in the thanks for the support tonight, guys. A joke in the NC review was having the director go, nostalgia critic, okay, go ask me what it means over all the surreal imagery. He also said it looked like a music video. Well, and somebody said that this guy, Daniver says the director, Tarsum Singh, started out making music videos. Shocker.
Yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense.
But he's showing a lot of versatility and style. Like, you gotta give him, the whole movie doesn't just look like a generic music video, or like he doesn't understand the language of traditional narrative. Like, he is, that's the other reason to have that first half hour, mostly outside of the dream world, is he is proving he knows how to make a film.
Yes, that he can then bring that stuff in later.
That's what Sucker Punch was missing.
So I just looked up. He did the Losing My Religion music video.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, we got a ton of Coca-Cola commercials.
Okay, so his music video career is in the probably late 80s, early 90s.
So it starts in 90, and he does a couple through 90, 91, and then he did a Lady Gaga one in 2020.
Interesting.
Yeah, weird.
I agree. That was very twisted. I think that's an understatement.
Oh no, he made that the Immortals movie with Henry Cavill.
Oh no.
Oh. I think that's the movie that's like supposed to be based on the Minotaur like myth, and then it's actually just like a rip off of 300. I think it's that movie.
Oh, that sucks because that's a good subject for a film.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It'd be cool to do a whole movie that's just the Minotaur in the middle of a maze and you gotta traverse the maze.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love that. I would also love a
yeah,
Batman movie that did that, but that might just be me.
In the end, it always goes back to Batman.
The Hand of Fate.
I would love the Hand of Fate.
Losers ahead. Loses ahead.
Vince Vaughn should be the DCU Batman. He's very tall.
He's very tall, but you can't tell in this movie.
No.
Like, this is the antithesis of what we watched last week, where we realized that Vince Vaughn could play absolute Batman.
He should play absolute Batman.
Like, not just Batman, absolute Batman.
But then who's gonna play absolute Wonder
Woman?
Who's gonna play
7-foot tall absolute Wonder Woman who turns out to be taller than Batman?
So there's like a thing on like comic book Twitter where like they're like, oh my god, when we cast DC Wonder Woman, she has to be really tall. Like that's the most important thing of casting Wonder Woman. And it made it all the way to Gunn, who was just like, yeah, like the height of the actress we cast is not really the main thing we're looking for.
Yeah, I see both sides to that, but I also think like build is kind of important.
Yeah, it's like that and just being able to act.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's more important than anything, but like you need somebody that can be larger than life, iconic, grand looking superhero. Which is why you want kind of a female bodybuilder type. I've always thought.
Yeah, or just somebody that like can bulk up a bit too.
So I don't know. She's not as terrible as I thought she was going to be, Austin, but there's not a lot of range in her performance. Like, the last scene she was in, she couldn't. Like, what she saw was so disturbing, she couldn't bring herself to talk about it anymore. She's like, I don't want to talk about this here. And her. She's just got no range. Like, her reaction is exactly the same as it is in this scene. Like, I'm not getting any, enough sense of, like, this is a really disturbing, difficult, like, situation.
I want to think that was just her on set. She was like, I'm not going to say these lines. And we're like, well, we have to shoot these scenes. They're like, tell us about it. No.
I don't know, emote a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can play it understated, but it just feels like she's kind of flatlined. Like, she's got one mode.
Well, I do wonder if like some of that's directing, because it does seem like everyone's kind of playing at least a little understated.
We're doing this kind of...
But she's also not a great actress in
noirish,
general,
subdued sort of thing.
Dan Schneider says, "Are you a Jennifer Lopez hater, Cap? Why? Your hero liked her."
Why are you doing it in that accent? Why are you talking
because
like that?
The way he was like, well, your hero liked her made it... I was like, that sounds like a villain thing to say.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Sorry.
No, you were cutting in and out, and that made it weirder.
Oh, okay. I was trying not to play it understated.
The most emotional and excited she got was when asking about dogs.
I mean, I feel that.
Stop playing around. Now she's Toad from X-Men.
I wish she was Toad from like the Mario Bros. Show. Where he sounds like a deep smoker.
Go do your freaking job, Jennifer Lopez.
You're being paid millions of dollars to wear Twizzlers. You have the dream job.
I do think Doc Connor should give her a little bit of slack after all the horrifying things that she saw. She's like the foster dad in Child's Play 2.
I wish. Just gonna bully some kid for no reason.
Can anyone in the comments that's been paying more attention than I've been able to explain to me why the suspension? Has there been an explanation about that?
I do feel like that's just wouldn't that look cool, and like it parallels. But maybe there's like an actual
probably,
reason.
But we've been talking over dialogue, so I'm just if there was anything, I want to know about it. Well, Senior Sticks, I was going to mention, it is really interesting that this and The Matrix came out the same year.
Oh, The Matrix is 2000? I was thinking it was earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking that was like 99, 98. But I'm bad with dates. It's in an H.R. Geiger world.
I guess Matrix is 99. I always go back and forth with that.
Oh, okay.
That's really cool looking. But this is obviously still early enough that it would have been like well into production by the time that movie came out. Like it's not like it's ripping it off or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying effectively they might as well have come out at the same time.
Well, even if there's like kind of parallels, with like another world that you go into, it's not like it's like super Matrixy. It's just like some similar ideas.
Yeah. Well, the biggest similarity just being that you can go into a virtual world and die there.
Yeah. Jennifer Lopez is stuck in like a Shakira music video now, the way she's floating there.
Slipmaker, I don't know as much about this one as I did last night. In fact, I've never heard of it.
Well, I don't know about the sale, but I do know about a little shop of words.
Look, I expect massive, fascinating, mind-blowing insights, Slipmaker. Don't disappoint me. And no, I'm not a Jennifer Lopez hater. I have no opinion at all because I didn't even remember any other movie she was in right off.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still trash on my dad because he saw a Geely in the theater, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Wow, yeah, why would you do that?
Why would you choose to go see that in the theater?
Well, I guess we're getting a little bit of background about this killer.
Yeah.
It's the obvious stuff.
I was about to say, it is kind of like the obvious, just like, well, he's got an abusive father.
Yep.
Oh my God, now he's Joker. He's hanging out in his underwear. He's gonna start doing the dance.
He's probably got a VCR he couldn't possibly have paid for too. Dan
He's
Schneider, how would you
probably
compare her acting to Jessica Alba? Uh, I don't know, like right on par or maybe a little under. Because I at least like obviously I hate her as Sue Storm, but I think she's decent in Sin City. So like I've at least seen her in something where there was a performance I liked.
I think too with Jessica Alba. Oh, I guess she's Jennifer Lopez, so it was easy to get swapped on
Yeah,
those names.
that's
But
pretty. Yeah, that's
uh,
what I was gonna say.
I feel like Jessica Alba has like a more likable like affect about her, whereas Jennifer Lopez for me doesn't. But I don't know. That's like I don't know, weird just feelings.
Yeah, there's something a little more genuine, I guess, about Alba.
No, and Lopez is probably the better actress, I guess. But like, I do have that kind of like, I don't know, just not great like affect about her that like kind of rings over it.
Dan Schneider says she gets better in that TV show she did, Dark Angel, which I reviewed the pilot of years ago, but I remember nothing about.
I don't know anything about it. Never
Yeah,
heard of it.
that was a request before we called it that.
Hmm. Oh my God, he killed like the Walmart brand Heather Graham.
Why are you in my crazy, fascinating mind? Like I don't even believe I'm as interesting as this place would make me appear to be.
The way you said that, it's like a smiling friend's joke. He turns on and goes, "Why are you in my fascinating brain?"
Oh no! Now he's now somebody's talking like a
Like a
Discovery
Nazgul.
Klingon. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
Takuvma! Now I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks. The only feelings I have about that show are akin to PTSD. Oh, hey, that is Vincent D'Onofrio.
I remember you from such films as Rings, the maybe sequel, maybe reboot to The Ring.
He gave one look past camera, and I went, okay, I can see it in the face now, because I couldn't find him through part of this. I was like, I know that
See, once I was
is
like, oh, it's
D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio, like I see it fully. It was just it took me a second to go, wait a minute.
See, there's like obvious parallels with this in Kingpin. So he's typecast, Austin. He got Kingpin because of this movie.
When I was a boy, I was baptized, and I hated it.
I love how your Kingpin is also Edgar.
Yes, D'Onofrio. Oh my God, I'm joking.
Like you're doing the Edgar voice from Men in Black as the Kingpin.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
Because I don't hear any of that in it when he does Kingpin. But yours has it.
Yeah.
That's
when I was a boy, I would let out a primal scream.
So this like yelling stuff where we're getting a voice that like isn't synced with his mouth is supposed to be
I was
like
gonna run out of the
really
darkness.
ultra creepy. and that stuff is more unintentionally funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not finding any of that especially creepy.
He was a bull man.
Yeah, that was odd. I did not remember this.
When I was a bull. He turned into like Motaro from Mortal Kombat, but not with a horse body.
Yeah, we need Mortal Kombat meets The Cell.
I can't wait to play as Jennifer Lopez. Scorpion versus Jennifer Lopez.
You just go into a killer's mind, and the whole thing is just Mortal Kombat. You're just playing a Mortal Kombat game.
If it just turned into a Mortal Kombat music video with that theme song, that'd be awesome. Raiden, Liu Kang.
See, I kind of like the limitation that they don't have like a screen that shows what she is looking at. Like they can't image it.
Yeah, they're not just watching it on the TV.
Because the Matrix
It'd be too easy then, because then they could like figure it out.
Yeah, the Matrix has a similar thing where you can just look at the code because like it's too complex to develop into images.
Oh, that's true. Dan Schneider, her voice acting couldn't be worse than than Megan Fox's in Mortal Kombat.
Is it bad that I kind of forgot about this kidnapped girl?
Yes, because this is the titular Cell.
It's like, yeah, that's true too. It's like the whole reason we're here. I had a split second where I was like, who's this girl in the cell? Oh, that's right, it's the Cell.
Who's this babe in the cell? What is happening?
I remember when I first watched this, feeling like it was way too long before I got why the movie was called that.
Well, every now and then, because it's not like we've had a ton with her. Every now and then I go, wait, why is this called the Cell? Oh, yeah, because there's that girl in the cell. So, like, I can't make fun of you for not realizing.
Well, I expected it when I first saw this to be a lot more complicated than that. I thought it was going to have something to do with, like, biological cells.
Mm-hmm. Brain cells.
Oh, it's a double entendre.
But there's only the one. Well, not really.
Not really, yeah.
Because you wouldn't say the brain cell.
No, it's not cells.
He's crazy. He only has one brain cell.
Well, I feel like his mind would be a lot less complicated if that were the case.
No, the title for this movie shouldn't be The Cell. That's pretentious. It should be called, like, Jennifer Lopez in a Twizzler suit through the fantastical brain of a serial killer.
Hey, look, I would just cut it down to Twizzler suit, personally.
I would love it if this movie was just called Twizzler suit.
It's accurate.
Twizzler suit of a crazy mind.
It's accurate. You see a lot more of that than you do of The Cell.
The eternal Twizzler suit of a very spotted mind.
This score goes real hard, man.
Yes, every now and then Howard Shore is like, oh, by the way, I'm here.
I'm here! Hey, everybody.
Go see Lord of the Rings. It's some of my best work. It's out next year.
Okay, now it's the year 2000.
Now it's 2001.
We have Sure. Or Star Trek the Motion Picture.
Which was very 2001.
I know.
Well, now it's Thor Ragnarok.
Now it's a Mac screensaver from the 80s.
The second this started happening, my like screen quality dropped so hard. It dropped to like 10p in my iPad's like I can't handle this.
Dan Schneider says the title doesn't really have anything to do with brains, dreams, or mindscapes. I mean, I guess you could say that the killer's brain mind ends up being like a prison cell for her.
Yeah.
Like, if there's any double entendre, it's there. But does she get flat out trapped in it?
No, because I think she can leave any time.
Like, so far. But I'm not sure if there's any place in the movie where she'll get actually full on trapped in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
Because if that happens, then you've got something there.
Well, now Vincent Vaughn is here.
Yeah,
somebody's shining a flashlight on him.
After him. Well, maybe I missed something. Maybe that's why he's got to come here, because they said something about having to send somebody in after her. So like maybe she is trapped, and that's the only way to get her back.
Well, I think he was just like, oh, I can like help make this go faster and like figure this out, because they're on like a time crunch, because that girl in the cell is gonna die because it's like slowly filling up with water.
Okay, so Jennifer Lopez is not in any immediate danger.
No, I don't. I mean, she was like captured, but like I feel like they could just turn it off. I don't know.
Bob the Hun says he thinks she gets trapped.
Oh, okay. Who keeps shining this damn flashlight?
Also gets trapped, and it's a cell for him too. But yeah, I do like the bizarre hodgepodge of images that you wouldn't be able to, even if you knew this guy's background, or like more about it, you wouldn't necessarily be able to pinpoint exactly where all of this comes from. Because I feel like people are like that, where you just grab, like with dreams and stuff, where you just grab weird things from whatever you've seen throughout your life. They wouldn't necessarily have to be prominent things. So just because we have like weird, almost Egyptian type imagery doesn't mean that this guy has to have like studied Egypt or gone to school for a degree about that. You know, like, it might have just come from a movie he saw once or something. And, like, you can't perfectly peg down any of what this stuff looks like culturally.
Well, this is just because he saw Return of the Jedi.
That old movie.
Yeah.
Austin looks really perplexed or disturbed about this scene.
I am very both perplexed and perturbed about this scene.
I keep just waiting for Austin to add something to the conversation that.
No, I'm just like,
he's got nothing.
No, this is like broke me. Like,
I'm just all on my
own. Okay.
She's looking right at you, Austin.
Oh, thank God we're out of that scene. Oh no, we're back. We faded.
Why
back
is
to
this bugging you that much?
It's weird. I don't know.
But you seem more bugged by this than you were the scene with like Vincent D'Onofrio and the demon, the horns.
No, that was funny. No, that was just like someone's weird fetish. So I'm like, I feel like I'm in somebody's mind and I don't want to be.
Yeah, Vince
I'm
Vaughn
like, why did
wound
it
up in
suddenly
the
turn into like Rule 34?
he went yeah, he wound up in the weirdest part.
Yeah, he immediately went to the most unfortunate room in this man's brain. Like, why is there a vulture here?
This is what would have happened to Vince Vaughn if he wound up in the void in Thunderbolts.
If he ended up in what, sorry?
If he ended up in the void in Thunderbolts.
Oh, God. Can you imagine him just turn into this in that movie? That'd have been nuts.
I've been thinking that this whole time.
This is what it looks like in the Sentry's brain.
Yeah. Have I been cutting it out on your
you kind of have that earlier because it also has the like abusive dad yelling at him thing.
Yeah. Austin, do I need to jump in and come back in, or jump out and come back in? Are we?
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I was cutting in and out again.
No. Am I cutting out?
No, you just when you asked me to repeat myself a minute ago, I thought we were having.
Oh no, I probably just didn't hear you.
Oh sweet. Oh yeah, that'll snap her out of it. Bring it in this situation. Bring up the most traumatic thing you possibly can.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Oh, okay. So she's trapped in the. Oh, and you know what? They said that, and I forgot about it. I did catch that part where she's like too immersed in it.
Hmm. Yeah, because now she's just like become part of his brain.
Yeah, and so this is not the kind of movie that's making the audience wonder what is real and what isn't. But characters in this mindscape can have that. And I guess past the first act, that's another thing that it has in common with the Matrix. Is that you're never confused as to which world you're in as the viewer.
Oh my god, Vince Vaughn's freaking out.
Which is the problem with the sequels, because I really wanted them to go there and they never did.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense.
If it always felt like all roads were leading to a Matrix within a Matrix, and we never did it. It's so sad.
Maybe they'll do it in 5.
It's a little late now. Well, because it's not going to make Revolutions any less boring 20 years later. Oh, Dan Schneider said the guy who wrote this almost wrote the 2000s Batman vs. Superman.
Okay. Oh my god, the Allspark is in his brain. But it's like the Allspark mixed with the Phantom Zone.
Oh, is that Alan Grant?
No, Alan Grant was this is Vincent D'Onofrio as a kid.
Oh, okay.
You know, Alan Grant was that other kid.
You see, this is all really inventive and neat looking. You can't tell me we're not looking at Hellraiser a little bit.
We definitely are. But
and I'm not just saying that because we're looking at a big spinning box right now. But I'm sorry, what?
No, I was just going to say they're definitely fans of Hellraiser. Well, and Hellraiser 2 is about going into their world.
Oh. Okay, Austin, I want you to tell me what kind of candy Vincent D'Onofrio's suit is made out of right now.
No, I was about to say, it doesn't look like candy. His suit looks like he's a mix between Dr. Evil and Goldmember.
Oh no, that's not an image I need.
I love gold.
You just said that because the studio also made those.
No, because I genuinely thought that and was about to say it before you said, "What candy does he look like?" Because I
It
was like,
needs to be a candy.
he looks like Doctor Evil if he became Gold Member.
I kind of feel bad for this actress. She's cast to just get flooded constantly.
It could be worse. She could be the one actress from Creepshow where she's paid to be dug in sand and water like splashed on her face as like the tide's coming in. And I think she quit acting like shortly after that.
Oh, that's
Became
sad.
more of like a producer.
Like, we didn't even meet this girl before she wound up in this box.
Hmm.
Literally, all she has done is get water splashed on her constantly.
No, she's just stuck in a heart-shaped box.
Or, The Cell.
You know the title of the movie, the titular
The
cell.
titular The Cell.
It's not just a cell; it's the cell.
It's more important than just your average cell.
Yeah.
Hank's getting a little more screen time than I was expecting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to come back.
I wonder if it kind of full tilt goes back to police thriller more in this third act, or if we spend a lot more time in the mindscape.
It's probably a mix. It's probably, yeah, we're gonna get like more crazy mind stuff, but also like they got to find the girl.
Well, I mean, it
Vincent,
wasn't real, but he saw it. Like it
no,
happened.
Vince Vaughn was just running out of the movie. He was like, "I'm out. I'm running away."
He was as creeped out as you were, and he was like, "Nope, not doing that."
He was like, "I'm gonna go be in Wedding Crashers."
I cannot deal with. Yeah, I like the idea that his entire comedic career is because he doesn't want to make more movies like this.
Well, I'm trying to think because I know he's an Anchorman, and I think that's before Wedding Crashers. That's probably around this time, maybe like a couple years after.
I want to say '03, but I'm batting 1,000
Hmm.
with dates tonight, so
And he's like a bit player in that. He's not like a giant role, but he does get to be in the great fight scene.
I've never seen that. So don't give me crap if I got that date wrong, because I got no dog in that.
No, it's all
04.
good. I remember you saw Beetlejuice 2, and you're like, "Oh, it's pretty good." And I was like, oh, "Okay, I'm worried it's gonna be like Anchorman 2, where there's like this really clever, like out there fight scene in the middle of that, and then in 2 they make like a bigger deal out of it. It's the climax." And I was like, "I'm worried they're gonna do that with the song scene in Beetlejuice." And you were like, you're probably not gonna like that movie."
For the record, I did not come out of that saying that was pretty good. I said I almost walked. I wanted to walk out halfway through, and then it redeems
Oh, okay.
itself a bit in the third act. But just for the
I thought you liked
record,
that more than okay.
even on
My
one,
bad.
I only saw that once, and
Mhm.
no, I was not impressed with that movie. I
For some reason, I thought you liked it more than.
no,
Uh,
I liked some stuff in
okay.
the third act. I thought it turned around okay, but it was not worth the rest of the movie. It was not worth how like CW that whole thing was.
Mm. I mean, oh my God, it's Mother Mary. I mean, it is the Smallville guys. So that makes sense.
No, I know, but they did a better job with Wednesday, and I thought they might have pulled it out, but alas. Which still has its high school drama crap, of course, but
Yeah, and it also sounds like Jenna Ortega like really fought for like less of that too.
Yeah, that's true too. What is with this like Mother Mary getup?
Do you remember Jesus?
Is this why people think this movie's pretentious?
Do you remember Jesus? Well, he's back in Pog form. What is this like Christmas Carol border that we're doing here?
Well, Dan Schneider, I said it specifically with this because it is Goff and Miller and that is CW. But he said that I say CW as a critique so much that he started saying it in real life, and then people started looking at him weird.
It's beautiful.
I take a certain pride in that. Braden says the director said that is not Virgin Mary. I will be the judge of that, sir.
What are you, from the CW?
CW, it stands for Crazy Wontons.
In this, like the way we're framing Vincent D'Onofrio here, he really looks like a emo suicidal He-Man.
Well, we also have this bizarre border happening.
That's what I was saying. Like,
he
what
gets
is
the
up with
top
that?
of it, and she gets the bottom of it, and that is obviously.
It looks like the border that you would have on a copy of a Christmas Carol book.
It's leaving.
Well, we had to see it grow, and now it's shrinking.
And now there's a giant spider, and other bugs. Austin, what's happening?
Well, he found him, so I'm gonna guess it's probably the abusive dad in his mind, or it'll be like the evil killer part of his brain.
Probably so.
It's attacking the kid in him. Oh my god, it's evil dark.
Watching as much of this as we have so far, Austin, would you say you agree with the criticism that we don't know enough about this killer?
Yeah, probably. And like, I feel like what we do know is kind of generic.
Yeah, that's the bigger issue. I'm just not buying this that his scary, insane mindscape is this fascinating. That's the big criticism I would lob at it, is that he seems too generic movie serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he doesn't outside of the mindscape seem weird enough for all of this.
Well, it does just seem like he's a really big fan of MTV.
Yeah.
Oh god, that pan where he was like that, and then it panned back and he was like that. That's so funny.
You gotta have a crossbow.
Actually, turned into Van Helsing.
Yeah.
But like, not cool Van Helsing, the Hugh Jackman one. Which I don't know if we've talked about, but that probably counts for Rewind, and it's not on the Rewind list.
It probably should be. I was gonna say she turned into the girl from Underworld.
Oh, yeah, Celine, I think.
Oh, I couldn't even tell you at this point.
I loved Underworld as a kid. I just haven't seen it in like probably 20 years.
And I've only ever seen the first one.
Oh, okay. I think I watched the first two quite a bit, and then I think I saw the third one once, and I haven't seen anything after. But I think JMS wrote the fourth one.
Weird.
Yeah.
How many of those are there?
I think 5.
Is there a fifth one?
I think so. Because I think that's like the Frozen Empire one or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
So so it caught up to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. The Vincent D'Onofrio now looks like a crappy version of the bad guy in that Creature from the Black Lagoon book we read. Where he's got like the scales on his head now.
Dan Schneider says people were saying the surreal imagery wasn't even that impressive because we'd seen it in a bunch of music videos at that point. That's totally fair. I was not a music video guy, really. Like, I hadn't watched a ton of them when I saw this. Not that I've watched a ton of them since, but, like, probably more. And so, yeah, now I'm going back to this and I'm having that. It's kind of just a bunch of MTV imagery, but, like, still weird and random and out there. And I do appreciate that the whole movie's not shot that way. My bigger issue is just I don't buy that this guy is that interesting. And if he got all of that just from MTV, then he's even less interesting.
Yeah. Well, now he's doing like Hulk speak. It's just unintentionally funny.
It's reminding me of something else, and I'm trying to think of what.
Which reminded me a bit of like the Hellboy 2 thing. I've definitely seen that outside of that as well. But the like, oh, if you kill the adult one, it'll kill the kid.
Bob the Hun, the people that find this movie pretentious and don't like it mockingly compare it to the music videos of Marilyn Manson. I don't know how you could, like, help yourself but to compare it to those mockingly or otherwise.
No, because it's super Marilyn Manson-y. Oh my god, is he about to find the titular cell? Or the titular the cell, I should say.
The titular the cell. The is very important.
Well, it makes the whole movie, really.
Somebody save that kid.
When she also, the way she shot him, like, put him into, like, the cross pose. Now she's going to ascend the boy to heaven.
Look, Austin, it's Matt Murdock's mom.
Frank Miller, I don't care if you're happy it's there. It's got no explanation.
Tobin Belpont showed up. $2 super chat. I haven't seen this movie. Thanks.
Heartbreaking.
Thanks, Tobin. I really wanted to know what you thought of it.
Man. He's just mad that we're not doing Saw.
We need his opinion on every movie so that we can know how we're supposed to feel about it.
That's true.
But
well, this would have been around the same time as the first Saw.
I love that he's become kind of the Mania guy, because I honestly don't know if we've seen him hardly at all since the last Mania.
Yeah, I feel like once or twice, but yeah, you're probably right.
I feel like at least, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like we've seen him, but not much.
Yeah, this would have been around the same time as the first Saw, I think, wouldn't it? Or no, is that later? I don't know. John's not here. He's a Saw guy.
I want to say that's at least a couple years after this.
Oh, John's still here in the chat. Thank you. This is 3 or 4 years before Saw. Okay.
04. So it's the same year as Anchorman.
There we go.
So just assume that if you bring up a movie and you can't remember what year it's from, Austin, it's 2000.
It's from 04.
Yeah. Nicholas Bodo, do you think this movie contributed to D'Onofrio getting the role of Kingpin?
I think it's the main reason he got Kingpin. He walked into the audition and he was like, "When I was in the cell, you got to see me as a boy."
I'm gonna say it might have been a contributing factor.
I think he got it just for Ed Wood in this.
I just want to know if there are any other movies where D'Onofrio has a stereotypically abusive father in his background.
Probably somewhere.
Because that's the big connection between this and Daredevil, of course. Except in Daredevil, it's not stereotypical at all.
Well, it's like they took something that's like kind of stereotypical and then like made it very much its own.
Yep. Well, they made it an honest to God character study and paralleled it with the father son stuff that you're doing with Matt and his father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, she's actually crying. She's actually feeling something.
But she's just sad because she woke up and all she can smell is Twizzler.
and the girl that's in the cell is crying because it's the only thing she gets to do in this movie. Like that wasn't even acting.
And Vincent D'Onofrio was dead.
Yeah, that wasn't acting. That was just how this actress feels about this project.
How do you feel about being in this movie? Just bursts into tears. Oh, we maybe shouldn't have put her on the press tour.
We certainly shouldn't have put her on the press tour rolling her around in a box, in a translucent box.
What's especially worse did they put her on the commentary? Like everybody's trying to talk and it's like, shut up, woman, stop crying.
She's like, let me out of the cell. Why isn't every time I do anything for this movie you throw me in a box?
It's like a weird fetish or something. Why do you want to keep putting me in a box? Is it weird that Jennifer Lopez is just going to keep the serial killer's dog?
Well, look, somebody's got to take care of that dog.
But like, why would she get it?
And then watch us find out.
I guess I don't know where it would go. But
watch us find out that woman has had a long and illustrious career that we don't know about.
They're going to say like a revelation about the dog. Like you find out that Vincent D'Onofrio's soul went into the dog, and that's like the big cliffhanger ending.
No, I want her to have a happy ending because I feel bad now.
I'm sure she did other work.
Now we're just imagining her in a box forever.
Yeah, what other movies could she be in where she just gets to be in a box?
Like The Box? One of the worst movies I've ever seen ever.
Oh no.
Oh, don't watch The Box. That would actually fit for Spooky Mania, but I ain't picking them. Oh, you don't know about The Box? Now there's a part of me that wants to make you watch The Box. Tell me in the comments if you've seen The Box.
Yeah, let us know if The Box is your favorite movie.
2010, maybe? Everybody in the comments is trying to get us to do Saw Mania. Spoiler alert, that ain't happening.
You couldn't make me. Yeah, I hate Saw.
That's not going to happen. I would maybe be willing to do one if, like, John came in and wanted to do one. Maybe, but I'm not going to do a whole series on it. And even then, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Saw. Well, this woman... Oh my god, she was in Wake Up Ron Burgundy, the last movie, which connected to Anchorman.
Oh, wait, seriously?
Yeah, I'm looking at her filmography. She
Well, what are
was
the odds of
also in.
that? You were just talking
She
about
was
that.
she was also in American Pie as college girl. Oh, see, I told you we would come back to Alan Grant, and now it's
Yeah.
snowing in the desert.
No, you're right. We totally bookended with it. We'll see.
She's
It's
like, "Look,
surreal.
Alan Grant, I set up this fun tarp for us to jump on like a trampoline. Come play with me."
And then he gets attacked by a velociraptor, and that's how the movie ends.
No, it comes out and it goes, "Alan," and then it cuts to
No,
the
that's much
credits.
better. That's much better. And it's sucking on a Twizzler.
Alan, you want some candy? Teddy Lee's James Gammon.
John, I didn't. I'm with you. I didn't see her. Yeah, it's Catherine Sutherland, Cat from Power Rangers. I didn't see her.
Oh.
It might have been a different Catherine Sutherland. I'm like I don't know. I didn't see her.
Here, let's see. I have the cast list open. I can see.
Well, no, I'm just saying like I saw her name. I'm saying I didn't see
No, I know. I was
that
seeing who she's
person.
playing. She played someone named Anne Marie Vixie. I mean, I guess she's probably like one of the other victims or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I saw the name of the character and I didn't know who she was supposed
Oh,
to be.
okay. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha.
But I'm just saying I never noticed. That's so weird, John. Yeah, if that's actually her, I did not notice her.
Oh,
I gotta go back
new
and find her.
Jonathan Kent is also in this movie, but like at the bottom of the list.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah. Interesting. I guess.
Well, there's some crazy stuff in that. But I don't know about it, Austin. I like that's been a bit of a mixed bag for me. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I land more on the like pretentious side,
Yeah, by
but
the end of it, it didn't feel that way for the first half to me.
yeah. No, but it also just had me wanting to go watch Silence of the Lambs or Red Dragon through the beginning.
No, that's fair. But like, I was more with it with the police stuff. It
Yeah,
did
it's
kind of feel
fair.
like the Mindscape stuff. With like, I get the style over substance complaint. That felt like it was dragging for time a bit.
Yeah, and, like I don't know, it just felt too much like a music video.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
I
definitely
don't
have that
know.
on this one. Like, it's not awful or anything,
hmm No, for sure.
but I've definitely seen. I was pretty impressionable when I saw this before. Like, I've definitely seen too much now.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair too, because like a lot of the stuff, Brad Jones worked on this. A lot of it too is just I'm like, oh well, it's kind of this, and this.
Yeah,
So like, if I didn't have that, like, I probably would have been more impressed. It's like that's also fair.
that makes it a little bit distracting. Like, if I had seen Hellraiser instead of this, it would have absolutely blown my mind.
hmm
Because the inventiveness of that holds up more to me, and it was made a decade earlier.
hmm
And that
Yeah.
does not make me go, oh, look, somebody just watched a bunch of MTV.
No, and Hellraiser is like a fountain of creativity. That's one of the main things I make fun of Ebert for, was that he hated that movie and then said Anaconda was super creative.
Well, that's how I remembered this was as a thing that was just like crazy inventive and
hmm
like super creative. And so I don't know. I think I saw this and I thought I was watching Hellraiser.
I mean, it's out at the right time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
Like I said, I'm sure if I saw this when I was younger, I probably would have been more into it.
Yeah, like I'm still glad I saw it when I saw it, but I don't know that I would ever feel the need to go back to it now that we've done this.
Hmm.
Except to figure out where the hell Catherine Sutherland is. Somebody said they cut all of her speaking lines.
No.
Because if she had been talking, I would have noticed her. She has
Oh,
an unmistakable Australian accent.
those damn Aussies.
Well, we've got one more left to do this week, and then we'll break for the weekend and come back on Monday with another week of Spooky Mania. Austin, what are we doing tomorrow night?
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, which I've never seen, and Austin is talked up forever. And John is coming on for
Yeah.
that, and Robert also wanted to come on for that. So we're gonna have 4, which is probably too many. But you guys can do more of the talking, and I'll just watch it because I've not seen it.
I mean, that's a movie like Halloween where it's like you can sum up the plot in like 3 minutes. It's more just the like style and whatnot.
Yeah, I wish you could come. You could sum up the plot of The Cell in 3 minutes. I don't know that you can.
Well, The Exorcist 3 was a movie that I was looking at, and it's probably a good thing I didn't because that's like a really, really involved movie.
Hmm.
So like that probably would not have worked for this format.
I mean, it's never stopped you before.
That is true. I am a tricksy character. But I don't have any, but do you have any Patreon reviews?
Thank you again for reminding me about that, Austin. Let
Yeah,
me
no
pull that
worries.
up real quick. Yes, I'm pretty sure I had at least one. Thanks for remembering how this show works.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Quick plug for Patreon. We are, if we remembered to read them, uh, putting out messages so that folks can put in reviews for all of these. We've got one for, and it's just the $2 tier on Patreon, patreon.com/geekvolution. Daniel Davis is the only person with a review for The Cell. He says, like all of Singh's film, it's style over substance. Nonetheless, there's something most intriguing I find about the film. I also miss when movies that looked like this were super frequent. Best thing, like MTV videos or like the police parts. Best thing, Aiko Ishikawa's costumes. I mean, yeah, you gotta admit there is some really cool costuming in this.
Well, the
Worst thing.
Twizzler suits remind me of the armor that Dracula wears at the beginning of the Coppola movie, which is also made out of Twizzlers.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you said that. I didn't think of that. That is exactly what that looks like. Worst thing, I don't consider the script to be the film's strong suit. No, me neither. It's kind of whatever to me. Which maybe made
Yeah,
it
for sure.
appropriate to talk over.
Mhm. No, I feel like that wasn't a hard one to talk over and still get the gist of what was happening.
Well, and it's maybe a little bit better that way because there were some places where I was focusing real hard on dialogue and it was just a little overstated. Yeah, sometimes
Mhm.
some kind of on the nose. Like it needed another pass.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Sad to say. Well, hopefully I don't have it. I don't think this is a flat out dud, but hopefully my other picks go over a little bit better. I'm really curious to see how you feel about Flatlanders, which I also don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
if
interested
that's
to
going to
see
be a
that.
great talking over kind of movie, but we'll do
No,
our
that's a
best.
movie I've been meaning to see for a long time. So I'm interested to see that. And I'm excited to talk about The Ring.
Yeah, I am really excited to finally watch that again because it's been so long. It's been about as long since I've seen that as since I saw this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No, true.
Well, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be back with you again tomorrow night with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That is a mouthful. And in the meantime, I was Captain Logan. This was Austin the Day Ghost.
Good night, everybody. We'll
night,
see where Cap falls on that, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that's gonna be like. And with you guys, like all three knowing it really well and talking about it while I'm trying to watch it.
That's a lot of people walking around.
Good night, everybody.
There's gonna be time. See ya.